If you're a fan of Toons, or if you're a fan of Chaos, then you will probably love the new Toon Chaos 60 card set. This set has 10 world premiere cards, 14 OCG imports, and 36 reprints. But we're only going to be focusing on the best of the best. I'll leave the complete list down below in the description. As always, if you guys want to see more videos like this, then make sure you destroy that like button, but also be sure to share these videos with a friend. How can we spread the chaos if no one knows? In this video, we are going to be going over the best cards from the Toon Chaos set. So without further ado, let's jump on in. Starting off on this list, we're going to talk about one of the best cards in the entire set. I gotta read it off because I don't want to miss anything. But Chaos Space is probably one of the best cards in 2020 introduced. Its effect reads, send one light or dark monster from your hand to the graveyard, add one light or dark monster that cannot be normal summoned or set from your deck to your hand with a level from 4 to 8 and with a different attribute from that monster. It also says you can banish this card from the graveyard, then target one of your banished light or dark monsters that cannot be normal summoned or set, place that monster to the bottom of your deck, then draw one card. Now you can only use each effect of Chaos Space once per turn. This card is completely insane. It gives a huge boost to Chaos decks, but more importantly, Chaos Dragon, Rocket decks, anything that wants to be able to abuse those light and dark monsters. Immediately off the top of my mind, you can actually use this card with Black Dragon Callop Serpent and White Dragon Wyver Buster. Seeing that both cards are limited on the Forbidden list, you wouldn't be able to gain both effects when they are sent to the graveyard. But if you can activate Chaos Space's Banish effect, you can shuffle one of the counterparts into the deck, meaning when you send the other one from the field to the graveyard, you'll be able to get the other dragon to your hand. Chaos Space has so many uses. I just like that it can search cards like Blackluster Soldier, which actually is just shows how power crept the game is. But this can hands down be the best card in the set because it's not specific to the Chaos archetype, but it also allows you to search some really crazy cards. A top reprint inside of the set has to go for Cyframe Gear Gamma. Now, Cyframe Gear Gamma has been a card that has dipped in and out of the competitive scene for quite some time. Its effect reads, when an opponent's monster effect is activated while you control no monsters on your field, you can negate that activation, special summon this card to your side of the field, and one Cyframe Driver from your hand, deck, or graveyard, but they are banished during the end phase. It's kinda weird how I know these card effects verbatim, but yeah. One of the cool things about Cyframe Gear Gamma is that its biggest drawback can be circumvented through the effects of Cyframe Lambda, allowing you to activate Cyframe effect monsters even if you control monsters on your side of the field. Lambda completes the Gamma cycle. This is a card that I feel players should target and pick up if they want to have a decent investment later on down in the future. This card is amazing for spell or trap heavy decks that require you to search cards from your deck to your hand because cards like Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring always exist. So proceed to activate Cyframe Gear Gamma in response, summon 2 monsters which can be used for links or synchros or whatever you want to do, and be able to stop a critical choke point in your strategy. Now, a lot of times when we get support for older strategies, the support isn't that great. And here comes the Toon support. Toon Bookmark is not exactly what the Toon deck needed, but is definitely a step in the right direction. Its effect reads, add one Toon World or one card that specifically lists Toon World in its text from your deck to your hand, except for Toon Bookmark. If a Toon World you control will be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. You can only activate one Toon Bookmark once per turn. So Toon Bookmark isn't exactly what Toon decks need because you already have a card in Toon Table of Contents. But Toon Bookmark is definitely welcomed because it is another one of the searcher cards, boosting the Toon strategy to have 6 search cards to be able to get whatever they want from their deck to their hand. And while it may not solve the exact problems with Toons, their effects not being too great, their summoning conditions not being great, half of them not being able to attack the turn they are summoned, yeah, Toons have a lot of problems. But Toon Bookmark does make the deck a lot more consistent. One would have to wonder, what if Toon monsters had better effects? I mean, some of the Toon monsters in this set are pretty good, but I don't think it's gonna make the strategy competitive. One would wonder, what if our older Toon monsters had slightly better effects? We have cards like Mongoliaram that just don't do much. and Toon Summon Skull that was heavily regarded as one of the best Toons in the deck's inception. Then we have cards like Toon Dark Magician and Toon Red Eyes, which are slightly better, but don't necessarily solve Toon problems. I personally don't think Toons will be a competitive tier deck, but I could be completely wrong. Until then, they do get awesome support inside of Toon Bookmark. A reprint that players have been wanting for ages is Pot of Extravagance. Now I have a strong feeling that Pot of Extravagance will still be reprinted in Mega 10 2020, kind of like what they did to Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, reprints here, reprints there, reprints for everyone, but let's make this card still hard to get. And Pot of Extravagance is an amazing card for those anti-meta decks. What it does is that you can banish 3 to 6 of your cards from your extra deck face down, and you can draw 1 to 2 cards depending on if you banish 3 or 6. This is amazing for strategies that don't need their extra decks such as Scepterror, Pure Etlich, and strategies alike. But it's terrible for decks that obviously need their extra deck, right? Kinda. In theory, most decks don't need their entire extra deck, so if you play multiple copies of a singular card, like what Dino did in the past, you won't have to worry about banishing your key critical pieces. Pot of Extravagance is a critical juncture for a lot of strategies, but I shouldn't have to say that. Its price said it all. Moving back to Toon monsters, I strongly feel that Toon Harpy Lady is one of the better ones released. Its effect reads, cannot attack during the turn it is summoned. Come on, why do they still do that? If you control a Toon world, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then, if you control another Toon monster, you can destroy 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. You can only use this effect of Toon Harpy Lady once per turn. While you control a Toon world and your opponent doesn't control a Toon monster, this card can attack directly. Now the biggest problem with Toon Harpy Lady is the fact that it can't attack the turn it is summoned. But some Toon monsters have it a lot worse. Some Toon monsters can't be summoned unless Toon World is on the field, and once Toon World is destroyed, those monsters get destroyed. So removing those clauses from Toon Harpy Lady is pretty decent. Toon Harpy Lady is also like Toon Mermaid. It can just be special summoned to your side of the field for free, something that the deck has needed. I have a strong feeling that if you're playing a Toon deck, 3 copies of Toon Mermaid and 3 copies of Toon Harpy Lady will be staples, because while one is a free special summon, the other one is amazing, getting you spell and trap card destruction upon its special summon. Moving back to a top reprint, Black Luster Soldier is one of the best cards in the entire set. This card has so much clout, it's still expensive no matter how many times you reprint it. The reason why Black Luster Soldier is so good is not because of its competitive relevancy. Currently, Black Luster Soldier is not being played in any competitive decks, but GOAT format dictates that this card be ran in every GOAT deck, and having another way to get into this card, another way to get this card, is amazing for players that want to play GOAT. This card with Honest was thought to be the reason why this card in Honest could never come off the Forbidden list. Here we are in 2020 and both of these cards are at 3 and no one's playing it. Maybe I should make a BLS OTK deck or something, that'd be pretty cool. You youngins really need to put some respect on Black Luster Soldier's name. This card dominated an entire era. Boy, I feel old. Like Yugi Boomer old. They need to put some respect. Some respect.
No.
I still have Night Tremors from that card. Respect.
No.
3,000 from the hand could attack twice, Seminami? Respect.
How old are you?
I'm using the term Seminami. That should let you know how old I am. One of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like seriously, I know I have a million favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but this is another one of my favorites, is the Chaos Creator, and also the Dark Creator, and also the Creator, and also the Creator Incarnate, but we'll talk about that later. The Chaos Creator says, cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned by banishing 1 light and 1 dark monster from your graveyard. Who would have known, right? If you control this card that was special summoned from the hand, you can target 3 banished monsters with different names. Special summon 1 of them, then place the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. You can only use this effect of Chaos Creator once per turn. Now the reason why I love Chaos Creator is because of the artwork, duh. But the Creator monsters have always given you a way to special summon monsters to your side of the field, even when Monster Reborn let you down because it was on the Forbidden list. One thing that I'm a little upset about is that we didn't get a Chaos Sacred Phoenix monster, but I can wait. Maybe inside of the next set, we'll get a world premiere Chaos card that happens to be the Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. I'm gonna hold my breath for it. Well, that's all that I have for my current list, but I know you guys can add on to it by posting down below in the comment section. Also, be sure to check out another one of our videos. You are awesome, and I know you guys like seeing awesome videos. I hope you guys are staying safe out there and having a great day, like I soon will be.